Alright guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Grim Dawn. So when we last left off, I had skill points to assign. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, so let's see what we got. So we did Swarm. We have a charge up skill here. Vines. Do we want to try the vines? Let's try the vines. Alright, that gives us the next tier to look at when we get ready to do points again. Also, another thing I've been reading about. So, this game has the devotion system. It's basically a way to augment the skills that you get from your skill trees with extra powers and bonuses and upgrades and all kinds of other fun stuff. I think I've only got 1 or 2 points to assign in that right now, but as you get further in, things can get quite interesting. Alright, so this is how the devotion skill tree works. So as you can see, you've got 5 different sections of the star map here that you can choose from. Now when you unlock the corresponding crossroads star, that gives you access to some of the beginning ones in whichever tree you choose. And each tree is a little bit different. So like one is, defense based, and one is for chaos and all kinds of destruction and that sort of thing. There are different powers and abilities. These here are the abilities that you can add on top of your other abilities. So if we get one filled out, we'll show that to you when we get there. But for now, we're gonna assign something here. I really want defensive. I could do offensive on either side here. So we could do ascendant. Ascendant's got some interesting stuff in it. Shepherd's Call, called minions in battle. That might be kind of nice. Alright guys, we're going to give that one a try. And along with the regular skill points, these can be reset at the Spirit Healer. It does cost you something to reset them, but it is definitely a possibility, so we'll go ahead and leave that there. Right now we just have a single point, so we don't have a lot to get very far. But let's go ahead and let's get into our quest, and we'll get moving here. All right, so it looks like we made it through the first area last time, but we're gonna have to walk through a little bit of that just to get back out to where we're going. And another thing that I've learned in playing with this game. With my wife in a multiplayer game is it's really seriously important to make sure you look around the maps and make sure you clear areas out really good, because there are people like the blacksmith and other things like that floating around that you won't be able to use the crafting system at all unless you unlock those guys through doing a quest. And as we discovered, that quest is really easy to miss. Alright, let's go back here. That puts us ahead of our little road blockage there, and we'll get moved into some new territory. Now, one thing I have noticed about this game in putting a few hours into another character, in a few places there's issues with the scenery. And you'll probably see that to where, like, you walk up towards something a little bit and you don't quite get far enough in to get the scenery to kind of fade out of view so that you can see what you're doing. There are places where the scenery will block your view occasionally, which is mildly irritating, but not too big of a deal. Usually take a step or two back or forward, and that usually fixes things. And we're not going to go back in there. That's basically a back-end entrance to the first cave that we were in. Man, we are just knocking this stuff down, let me tell you. Also keep an eye out for things to break that have stuff in them. Now right now you're not seeing a whole lot of loot, but trust me, it does increase as you level and play through the game. The amount of drops that you get are pretty substantial once you get a little further up. Also, if you'd like to see your dead bodies and stuff laying around for a little bit longer, there is an option to turn up the time that it takes them to dissipate. But for smooth running and whatnot, we're going to go ahead and leave it this way. Pick it up for sale. I should be doing that. That was a good swarm cast. We got a bunch of them in that one. And fantastic, we did get a level. The shaman is very much built for two-handed weapons. And I've been looking into the other classes a little bit. And I think we might pair this one with a soldier and do a lot of two-handed skills. That seems to work out really well. My wife is actually playing a character, a very similar build right now on her in our multiplayer game. Speaking of multiplayer, one thing that is absolutely fantastic that I cannot praise enough about this game is it included an offline LAN-only multiplayer, which nowadays that is really, really hard to find. Alright, let's check our map. We've got a good area of this uncovered. Let's kind of go back down over in here and see what we're missing. Like I said, it's fairly important to kind of troll through here because you never really know what you're missing. The acts are very seamless when transitioning between one and the other, and we actually in our multiplayer game didn't unlock crafting until we were already in the third act, which definitely was a detriment because there's a lot of nice stuff in the crafting, like the runes, which we'll see later. I think they call them runes in this game. But they're kind of extra augmentation as well, which also have abilities tied to them, which is super fantastic. So there are several different ways that you can use to augment your character's skills, your stats, and your abilities to make yourself stronger and kind of customize your character to your liking. Which I definitely love the amount of customization and the growth space that they've given these characters. Also, another thing that's fantastic. Loot drops in this game, when you're doing a multiplayer game, can be set to instanced. So there's no more Diablo 2 style, whoever gets there first gets the item kind of thing. You don't have to fight over it anymore. You guys get your own loot table. I do know there's a bunch of stuff back there. We'll go get it here in just a second, as soon as I run out of people to kill. Now, one thing I did notice is we did never put our new skill on our bar. We're going to have to do that here in a second. As soon as this guy stops trying to kill us. Alright. Now, the Constitution, as you see, there's like a glowy bar kind of over the top of the health bar. That's what they call Constitution. And as you die repeatedly over and over and over, that goes down, and it takes less time for your health to go down in general. So you definitely want to try and keep from you know, dying too much without stopping and letting that regenerate. Now out in the world there are food rations which you can pick up. The food rations will restore that, as you saw me do a minute ago. It does also go down as you slowly as you kill stuff and you're out doing things. So it's not just death. But trust me, I definitely noticed it the other night. We got wrapped up in a boss that was just a little bit too big for our britches. And he squashed us repeatedly several times before we got him beat. But we finally did get past him. But we noticed that our constitution was down pretty low and we were losing health pretty rapidly. You know what? I know I said I would put that. You know, we don't need that new skill. I don't think we need it. You guys think we need it? I don't think we need it. We're doing so well right now. Okay, yeah, maybe we do need it. We'll actually put it on the bar here in a second. Alright, so let's do that real quick. Let's see what we've got. We got vines. Vines. Alright, so we'll give those a try here in a minute. There's some bugs. Oh, there's our vines. Look at that. That's a pretty interesting ability. Nice. That helped out quite a bit. I hear bugs. Where are the bugs? They're buzzing in my headphones, but I cannot find them. So technically, I suppose it could be bugs from outside. We do kind of live in the middle of nowhere. But, look at those vines doing their job. That's fantastic. So it's kind of like, kind of an area effect DOT kind of thing going on with those.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, there's that classic message. Our inventory is full. Let's see what we can get rid of here. Those boots are actually better, so we will probably pick them back up. The gun we don't really need. Get rid of that. We will be getting better gear, I promise. As you can see, we're starting to get some yellow stuff. Let's see. Those are also boots, I believe, which don't do us any good at all because we just put better boots on. 43 chest piece. We got pretty lucky with that one. 24, 40. Right now we need the armor, so we're going to go ahead and swap those out. A little bit later we'll be worried more about what our stats are and damage and stuff. Right now I'm mainly going for defense, so we can kind of get through here without dying too ridiculously much. Let's go ahead and level. Can upgrade some things here. Let's do Primal Strike. We can add a bonus to that, or we can add a bonus. Let's add to that one. That one sounds interesting. Everybody likes blood and whatnot. Beast Pact. Another one in Vines. Ah, we should do this one. I've seen this one in the multiplayer game. Fantastic. Excuse me 1 second. I'm still recovering from a cold. I need a drink. Oh, that's better. Alright, so another thing that I figured out that we haven't been really paying attention to is they have these skills that say they must be toggled to maintain effect. Those skills are typically ones that you can turn on and leave on, and they reserve your mana. As you can see here, I've got a little bit reserved because we have one turned on. Now, what I found that works a little bit better for these, at least for those types of skills, is to move them to a secondary bar so you don't accidentally turn them off. So put our pets over there so we don't have to worry about turning them off either. And then if you hit Y, you can get a second bar. And we'll put our always-ons down here, like that. And one thing I've definitely noticed, I have a character that's heavily dependent on mana that I'm playing in my multiplayer game. And I didn't quite think this through all the way. I have way too many auras that are always on, and my mana pool is very, very tiny. I tend to run out of mana a lot, especially in really long fights. Now, check this out. Whoa, look at that big old dude. We now have a permanent pet. Fantastic. Alright, let's see if we got anything around here we can loot. And then I think we're going to go back to town and sell some stuff. Let's pick that up, then we'll go sell. Also, your inventory is not stuck at that size. Through playing, we did figure out that the inventory does grow as you level. So there are additional bag space and inventory areas. Like right now, like this big black space over here. That's going to be inventory space soon. And then we'll get additional ones across here as we level. So you will eventually be able to carry quite a bit more. I see our villagers are having some combat. Let's see. We're mostly a physical character, so I'm gonna go ahead and dump another port into physical, but we'll put some points into cunning and spirit with the next couple levels. So let's get rid of the stuff we're carrying. Also, another thing is super awesome. Right click, instantly sells. No need to hold any extra keys to do that. It just does it. I know I sound like a broken record, guys, but I've put several hours into this game, like I said, on another character, and I am absolutely loving it. I am a super fan of adventure games, hack and slash stuff like this, and I've been waiting for a really good one to come along. You know, I played Diablo 3 from the beginning, and it kind of made me sad, to tell you the truth. I had a lot of problems with we actually need that for a quest right now. I forgot about that. But that said, they've made dramatic improvements to the game, and eventually I will probably go back and check it out, and I probably will do a short series on it. I don't know if I'll do a full play, but we'll see what happens. We don't need that right now. So we'll put that in there. Some of the other stuff that I've found in my other games, as you can see, is quite fantastic. I'm looking forward to putting some of that stuff on when we're a little bit higher level. But anyway, like I was saying, this game was much more of a next generation Diablo than I think Diablo 3 originally was for me. But like I said, they've done a ton of work to Diablo 3, and it's significantly better from what I understand that it used to be when it first came out. I do like that they are definitely improving. That's fantastic, because I look forward to seeing that being a really good game at some point. And I think it's kind of there now. But Grim Dawn is very, it's dark and gloomy, and it really gives me that Diablo 2 feel when I play it. I can't help but feel like I'm back in the seat playing hours on end of Diablo 2 when I play this game. Alright, so let's go back to our portal. And I think we're going to, let's see where we're at. I'm going to do something real quick, and I'm going to run this road right up here to this portal and get this open. And then we're going to go and call the episode. We'll do some more exploring in the next video. Let's go ahead and get rid of this real quick. Get these knocked off. Some of the portals are opened by killing out waves. Some of... Did you kill that guy already? Thank you. Some of them are killed or opened up by doing other things. I mean, there's tons of options, different experiences, and plenty of things to do in the game. And it's not just walk up to a portal and it's open. Now, a lot of them are that way, but there's still some variety, which is super nice. And some of the stuff we're going to see later on in the game is beautiful. They've really, really done amazing work with the sceneries and the graphics in this game. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it. If I haven't said that enough. Alright guys, we did make another level. We will take care of that next time. And we will pick this up again. Now, if you like the series, please give me a like. I'd much appreciate it. Lets me know you like what you're seeing, and I'll keep going. Definitely check out my other series. I have several other games that I'm playing right now. Please do check those out. And that said, on your way out, please do smash that subscribe button. Helps me out so much. You have no idea. Gets the channel noticed, gets us bigger, gets me able to bring you more content, more videos. Alright guys, I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.